Brisket, links, and ribs. It's what many of you had during the July 4th holiday weekend. It's also what was on the menu at Beaumont ISD board meetings 5 times this past school year. It seems board members are fans of Tony's Barbecue, having spent more than $2,500 there between August 2013 and May of this year, twice in the month of October, which is also the month BISD spent the most on board meals, almost $2,000. 12 News obtained menus and invoices for the 10-month period that made up the 2013-14 school year by filing a Freedom of Information request. We found that at most meetings, BISD did not just feed the 7 board members and superintendent, taxpayers footed the bill for 30 people. Each of those meals ranged in price from $15 to $30 a person. In our request, we asked the district who was being fed, but we never received that part of the request. However, a source tells us that before Dr. Timothy Shagwa became superintendent, the superintendent's cabinet was already being fed. That was about 7 people. And we're told that after Shagwa took over, he added police officers who were working the meeting to the list. The menus are considered elaborate by those familiar with what's served in other districts. For the August 15th, 2013 board meeting, ribeye steaks were served. The total cost of that meal to taxpayers, $840.
I don't think you would call the meals that we eat fancy or elaborate.
There were also themed dinners. In October, for Hispanic Heritage Month, there were beef and cheese enchiladas and beef fajitas. With all the fixings, the cost $600. For Black History Month in February, fried chicken and neck bones were on the menu. That meal, $750. The board also celebrated Thanksgiving during their November board meeting, but not just with turkey. Fried pork chops were also an option, another $750 tab. March also offered board members an option of chicken fried steak and roasted pork loin. And in April, a seafood lover's menu of fried shrimp, fish, and shrimp scampi. In January, the board celebrated itself with the board appreciation reception, spending $175 on cookies and punch. Then later that evening, a board appreciation dinner, $500 with the main course of chuck roast and more dessert, pound cake with whipped cream and fresh berries. When we added up the bills on how much the board spent on meeting meals this past school year, the grand total was $14,632.50. But when you add in the $2,700 it cost in overtime to prepare the meals, taxpayers paid more than $17,000. Board President Gwen Ambrose told us she really doesn't consider this an issue, saying it's only fair to feed people who have been at work all day and heading straight into a meeting.
That's a little bit too much under the microscope. I just don't think it's that big a deal for people who have been on the job from, say 7 o'clock in the morning to maybe 11 or whatever in the night. I don't think that's a big deal.
We did check with other school districts, and the cost is not even close. Port Arthur ISD feeds just its board at meetings at an annual cost of $3,000. Galveston ISD does the same at $2,500 a year. Neither school has labor costs, and we also checked with Nederland and P&G ISDs. They say they feed the board 2 or 3 times a year, usually sandwich trays during budget workshops. In Beaumont, Angel San Juan, 12 News HD.